When the evil Lord Skeletor invades Castle Grayskull, the young Prince Adam is sent to Earth for his own safety. 15 years have passed, and the land of Eternia is in ruin under Skeletor's rule. And the Lost Prince is working a desk job. It's not until Prince Adam finds the lost Sword of Power is he able to return home to Eternia and free it from Skeletor's reign. This is Masters of the Universe. Masters of the Universe is a new live-action adaptation of the cartoon from the 80s. The cartoon that was intended to sell the toy line of the same name. Most cartoons of that era were pretty guilty of that. But this adaptation is directed by Travis Scott of Bumblebee fame. Travis Knight. Travis Scott's a different guy. But this adaptation is directed by Travis Knight, director of Bumblebee. And that's the second best Transformers movie. So he obviously knows how to adapt these 80s cartoons well. And Masters of the Universe is pretty rad. It's a super fun sci-fi adventure film, but with all the camp and charm of a Saturday morning cartoon. Playing Prince Adam, aka He-Man, is Nicholas Galitzine. And to my surprise, this wasn't his only film this summer, as he was very prominent in The Sheep Detectives. It broke my heart having to dump my review for that film because it's just so good. And Nicholas Galitzine is great in this film too. I don't have much knowledge when it comes to knowing how He-Man is supposed to properly be portrayed. But the way this film goes about adapting him, it's a pretty good subversion of sorts of the modern day hero. He starts the film as kind of a wimp. And the film, as well as Galitzine's performance, does a wonderful job at selling that. Just looking at how he carries himself when he's Prince Adam versus He-Man, it's like looking at two different characters. This is extremely different from something like Shazam, where it's two different actors essentially playing the same character. Not to take a dig at Shazam, I quite like the first movie. Speaking of the DCEU, Jared Leto. Now I, as well as many a people, have said countless times, Jared Leto sucks. Whether it be his acting or some pretty damning allegations, yeah, he sucks. So why do I have to come on here and say Jared Leto's kind of great as Skeletor?
What is it, Peterson?
I'm not sure. I feel a disturbance.
I truly hate having to say that, but I gotta give him his flowers where it's deserved. Where was this when he was playing Joker in the DCEU? Skeletor in this film is an egomaniac who has a flair for the theatrics, and it's all so good. Pair that with some amazing animation with his skull face, you truly get one of the best villains in any live-action cartoon adaptation. I truly hate having to love this performance as much as I do. But let's be real, there's a pretty sizable chance we'll look back on this movie, much like we do with A Bug's Life and Hopper, and go, I wonder who voiced him. Nobody. Now, at first glance, you may look at this film and go, oh, so it's very Thor-like? Okay, maybe not the first two Thor movies, since it's a lot more lively than those, but also not Thor Love and Thunder, because this isn't as comedy-focused. So basically, just Thor Ragnarok. And boy, does it work. It's a great mix of sci-fi and fantasy. Spaceships and medieval castles together just kinda rocks. Now that all said, the film does get Ragnaroked with a couple of jokes that just overstay their welcome. And while I don't think that ruins the film, it definitely helps you in feeling the nearly 2.5 hour runtime. But that is nearly 2.5 hours of respect given to Travis Knight. Because at the end of the day, he's making a movie out of the toys he played with as a kid. And I can respect that. Let it be known, if I was able to make a Ben 10 movie, minds would be blown. I may give 10-year-old Ben Humongosaur because I think it's cool. But Masters of the Universe was quite enjoyable, and it saddens me that it didn't do very well at the box office. Personally, I think this film would have done a little bit better if it was called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, because who the hell knows what the Masters of the Universe are? People know what He-Man is, but What do I know? I hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Until next time, by the power of Cinemark, I have the power to hope you will keep it cinematic.